It's an incredible story that's happening right in our own backyard. You'll only see it right here.
A multi-million-dollar judgment, but the possible cure remains missing and people continue to suffer. Channel 4's Anna Garcia joins us now with the exclusive interviews with researchers and some of those patients.
David and Colleen, it had promise of being one of the most effective treatments for AIDS and cancer in history. Now it's gone, and one of the most respected research facilities in the country is being blamed. The reason for the disappearance is unanswered. The question now is, will people lose their lives during cancer experiment?
I felt great. I was ready to dance on the moon.
Imagine being near death from cancer or AIDS. Suddenly, a miracle appears, a vaccine that all but cures your disease. Then you learn the very thing that's saving you has somehow disappeared.
It's like somebody coming in and ripping out part of your life.
Unthinkable, especially if it was done intentionally. A federal jury says Cedars-Sinai Medical Center did just that. They've awarded a $10 million judgment against the facility. The man at the center of it all is Australian doctor Sam Chachoua. His treatment of cancer and AIDS is revolutionary. He uses infections like the flu.
Your body and my body can't fight cancer, they can't see cancer, but we can see the flu. So if the flu is attached to the cancer cell, our body will attack the cancer cell.
It took him 12 years to develop cultures that did just that, attach themselves to cancer and AIDS organisms so the body could destroy them. The results were a knockout, and Chachoua decided to hire Cedars to catalog and research his work. A short time later, he got a letter from them describing the vaccine as producing a profound inhibition of infection from AIDS. Then things started to change.
And then within 3 weeks, I received a letter saying, we're stopping testing with you because we've received information that you're using our name to advertise.
And you were not?
No.
Then came the second blow.
They claim they give it back to one of their individuals from Cedars, and those cultures have now disappeared.
Even more dumbfounding is a letter dated January 13th, 1997 from Cedars-Sinai to Chachoua's lawyer stating they never had any agreement with Dr. Chachoua concerning those vaccines. That despite the fact that the letter from Cedars describing the profound effect from the vaccine was dated June 1996. We contacted Cedars-Sinai about the case. They gave us this statement. We disagree with the jury's verdict in this case. The case is still pending before the federal trial court. Given the current phase of the action, it would be inappropriate for us to comment more specifically at this time. The patients affected by the vaccine's disappearance say they feel they need to speak out.
I actually kind of thought that that was premeditated murder. To hold back something this helpful from the general public is not right.
It makes me feel that Cedars doesn't care if I die of AIDS or not, or anybody else. It makes me angry, quite angry, because I know they're lying to the public, and the public has a right to know that AIDS vaccines do exist. I'm here because of it.
My name is Seth Kushner, and I'm here to speak in support of Dr. Samir Chachoua and his induced remission therapy. In the spring of 2014, I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. I spent 7 months in a hospital room away from my family, and I went through 6 rounds of chemotherapy. And finally, in the fall of 2014, I received a bone marrow transplant, which my doctors believed was my best chance for a full remission. I returned home believing I was cured, but after only 2 weeks, my leukemia returned. It was just too aggressive, my doctors said. I was readmitted to the hospital, where I promptly developed pneumonia. At this time, doctors told me there was nothing else they could do for me, no further treatments they could offer me, and I was given only days to weeks to live. They said my blood was 90% leukemia. At this time, a friend contacted my wife and told her about Dr. Chachoua, who is known affectionately to his patients as Dr. Sam. It seemed he saved her life 18 years earlier, and she recommended we speak with him. We went online and researched Dr. Sam and his theories about treating and ultimately curing cancer. While we were skeptical, his theories and his induced remission therapy made sense to us because it was science-based. It wasn't snake oil and magical elixir. Believing I was going to die, we knew we had to try something. So we got in touch with Dr. Sam and made arrangements for him to send us his serums. I began treatment, and I immediately started getting stronger. But then I slipped into a coma-like state, and my wife was told I wasn't going to wake up from that. My 5-year-old son was brought in to say goodbye to his daddy. Then after 2 days, I did wake up, and no one could explain it. I continued taking the serum, and I kept getting stronger, and my counts were improving rapidly. After only a few weeks, tests showed I had no cancer in my body. My leukemia was gone. I went home and back to my family just in time for the holidays. Now it's early February 2015, and a bone marrow biopsy I took just last week confirms I'm completely cancer-free. While I'm thankful to my team of doctors and everything they did for me, and I know they did their best, it ultimately was Dr. Sam who saved my life. I'm still attempting to wrap my head around all I've been through and the fact that I almost died. I'm so grateful to Dr. Sam for giving me my life back and allowing me to return home to my family.
Bring him out, bring him out. Hallelujah, hallelujah.